So we're looking at the total cost of ownership of a medium-duty electric truck. Medium trucks are, class 3 to class 6. That's the way we've defined them. And what we found is that there's a lot of complexities in the calculation of return on investment of the truck. Fleets need to decide about a charging infrastructure. They may need to adapt their training for their drivers and their technicians. They may have facility changes to incorporate these electric trucks. And so all those are a big part of not only the decision to go with an electric truck, but also the implementation of it.
Medium-duty vehicles are typically the final mile vehicle. And a lot of what's being discussed in our industry is how are we going to do the final mile?
The biggest benefit to medium-duty trucks is their final mile nature of operation. They're often operating less than 100 miles per shift or at least per day. And those certainly have a route profile that we think electrification can work. The downside is those are relatively low-cost trucks that run relatively low miles. And it costs a lot of money for the batteries right now. And you could pay a high premium to go electric. And we want to see trucks run not just tens of thousands of miles per year, but towards 50 to 100,000 miles per year. So you can recoup that operational benefit through the higher cost vehicle to make a total return on the investment that makes sense for the fleets long term.
Medium duty provides perhaps the greatest near-term opportunity for using battery electric vehicle technology. There's a little less weight sensitivity to a good deal of the population. Routes tend to be more predictable. You're always going back to a facility, and so the charging can be done at that home facility. You don't really need to think about having a network of charging. Additionally, because a lot of the delivery is done in an urban environment, you have a lot of traffic conditions, and that means stop and go. And so regenerative braking, which is an integral part of most of the electric vehicle prototypes, can come into play and be significant.
Another piece with medium-duty trucks is whether or not the truck's been designed to be an electric truck, or if we're putting an electric powertrain into a truck that traditionally was gasoline or diesel. There is opportunities to go with a clean sheet of paper and design a new truck that is purpose-built for an electric powertrain. With a new truck, it has capital and you got to put in tooling in and infrastructure in to build that new truck, but it has opportunities.